Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
So Igris is kind of a savage, right?
True, and yeah, that's pretty true.
Hey, what's good, my filming characters, and welcome to Build to Like Anime, the series where we take inspiration from characters in anime and do a workout to get just a tiny bit closer to unlocking our main character potential. And today, my filming characters, we will be doing a full body workout inspired by Igris, the Blood Red Knight. I'm a manhwa reader, so I've read the manhwa already, so I already knew about the greatness of Igris the Blood Red. But to see A1 Pictures do my boy Igris justice, bro. So anyway, so I'm inspired to do a full body workout inspired by Igris. And in this workout, we have two primary keystones we want to keep in mind when it comes to training to develop similar capacities to Igris. The first thing we want is functional strength. When we look at Igris's design, he is a character that is in full plate armor. We don't know if he's human, we definitely know he's humanoid based on his physical structure. In order for him to move with that full plate armor, then he has to be very comfortable with having a load of weight on his frame. So we're going to need functional strength to handle both the full plate armor that we're rocking, but also to hold that big ass great sword that this man just. And the next keystone we need to keep in mind is explosive power. Igris tends to fight in bursts. He definitely has a lot of high endurance, of course, as just a monster able to keep up with Sun Jin-woo. But his main, most notable feature about him is how freaking explosive he is, how quickly he's able to get from point A to point B, and how he's able to release some devastating explosive attacks. So with that in mind, my fellow main characters, let's get right into it. Okay, going over exercise number 1, we have weighted push-ups. Honestly, one of my personal favorite movements for developing the chest, shoulders, and triceps. I love weighted push-ups. Even more so than the bench press, low-key. I love the kind of pump and just the amount of blood flow going to your chest from this movement is great. But the reason why we have weighted push-ups in here is because I wanted to incorporate weighted calisthenics as one of the foundational principles in this routine. Go along with what we're talking about for functional strength. I believe one of the most functional things you can kind of do is combine traditional weightlifting with calisthenics. What you're doing is you're basically training your body to move through space with load applied to it. Because just like when we were talking about with Igris is a character that moves with heavy armor on him at all times. Using weighted calisthenics is a great way to train our bodies to move with load. If you have access to these sandbags that my brother Dre Million is putting on my back right now, then I would use this as an alternative to the plate. The plate can be cumbersome to kind of work with for a lot of people. You kind of just find the right angle on your back to put it, so that way it doesn't limit your range of motion, and you could also keep it balanced without it falling off. But the sandbags, I like them because they kind of conform to your back and they still have the same weight, right? So in this case, I'm working with two 22-pound sandbags that adds up to about 44 pounds, and I'm working in with that. And then of course, shout out to my brother for joining me with this workout. He's working with one sandbag right now because he's working with a higher body weight comparatively to me, so he has a lot more load he has to push through with this movement. But shout out to him for sticking with it and grinding through it and just being an overall champ with this routine. But yes, first movement is weighted push-ups. Love it. Alright guys, so we're here for exercise number 2, which is actually going to be a superset. We're going to be doing goblet squats for 15 reps. Right after that, doing reverse flies for 10 to 15 reps. One thing that I like about supersets in particular is that they're so time efficient, and you also get your heart rate up because you're just going from one exercise to the next exercise. When I was thinking about leg movements for Igris, I was really thinking about potentially adding some explosive variations like jumping squats or box jumps with it. And I think those are cool, but I also want something that's effective for building muscle and that you could progressively overload over time. So even though I think jump squats do have a place potentially as a replacement for goblet squats in this routine, I do think goblet squats is going to give you more bang for your buck when it comes to developing that lower body. And also shout out to my crappy camera work when it comes to finding this shot for my brother. But anyways, doing goblet squats to work on building up those legs, and then we're working on the reverse flies to kind of work on our shoulders as well. We kind of want to get some blood flow there. We want to do some development, and I wanted to develop more of the rear of it, because I do believe that that's going to help give you a more holistic physique. And it also ties really well into the next exercise that we have, which I won't spoil, but you know, it helps with making sure the posture is correct when we work on the rear delt flies like that. And yeah, also if you're on a time crunch, man, adding supersets to your routine really helps you to save time in your workout. But major warning, it definitely makes your heart rate go up higher, and you definitely feel like you're working harder and you have less time to take a rest because you're doing exercises back to back. I also want to show you guys a different variation of the reverse flies you guys can do. Well, a different way to set up the reverse flies. So instead of just standing, kind of doing this bent over position, you could actually put your chest and torso on a bench at an incline. So that way you kind of take out any lower body engagement, so that we could just fully focus on the shoulders. I'm also doing my raises at a slight angle, not doing it perfectly straight, but kind of more so in the middle. Alright, exercise number 3 is going to be the weighted neutral grip pull-up. Yes, and I got my hoodie on for this, bro, because I'm just thinking about how how stressed my body was feeling at this point, but it was a good kind of stress. The reason why I opted in for the neutral grip pull-up over any other variation, I wanted to stay true to the frame of Igris, right? If you look at Igris's character design, his build, so to speak, he's very slender. Like, he's definitely powerful and strong, as we see in the show, but he's definitely has a slender, slim physique. He doesn't really have a wide back. And so I kind of wanted to work the back. I wanted to do a pulling movement, but stay true, or as true as possible, to the character. So I decided to go the neutral grip, so that way we can still develop the back, still work the arms, still gain strength and develop muscle without actually increasing the width on the frame. Now, if you personally want to add more width to your frame, then you can switch up this movement to doing more of a standard grip or even a wide grip position to increase muscle mass in your back, but also expanding and growing out your lats as well. But I wanted something that was a little bit more true to the character. But yeah, you can tell right now I'm getting a little bit gassed, but we're still grinding through it. I had that mindset of taking one rep at a time and just get it done, guys. So anyways, whew, halfway there, let's get to it, man. Alright, so on the menu for exercise number 4 is another superset. We're supersetting kettlebell swings, about 15 reps, with some good old, traditional, old-fashioned, classic bicep curls, man. So I wanted to put an explosive movement in there, guys. I wanted to put a movement that kind of showcases how explosive Igris is. And I think the kettlebell swing, for I think most people, is a great introduction to working on explosive movements. And kettlebell swings is pretty good because it works on the whole posterior chain, aka your whole back, your glutes, your hamstrings, everything on the backward side of your body gets worked on it. But it's a weird thing because kettlebell swings, Loki, especially when you first start doing it, doesn't feel like it's working on stuff. But like when you do it consistently, you start really noticing the changes in not just posture, not just strength, but also in some muscle definition, right? Also, if we're being honest, right, Igris is not double caked up whatsoever, right? So I mean, Igris is really about having functional capacity. I think one of the most functional movements you could kind of add, which also helps with increasing your explosive power, is the kettlebell swing. And then I threw in bicep curls in there as well because I'm a gym bro at heart, man. I'm a gym bro at heart. So we need to hit those arms, man. We need to get those biceps popping, bro. I just added it in because I wanted to add it in. Sue me, okay? Some movements I just like to throw into my routines just because I like how they feel, just because I want to add an extra to it. And I mean, would Igris be mad at having a little bit extra muscles on his biceps? No, he would not be. I don't think anybody would be mad with having a little bit more meat on their arms, bro. You know what I mean? But overall, this is a pretty good combo. It kind of really, it works you in ways that you don't expect it to work you. But I really enjoy it. And there's a lot of research being done on the kettlebell swing in terms of, some of you guys might have heard the idea of the what the hell effect. Look that up if you guys are interested in kettlebell training, but the kettlebell swing is a great movement pattern to add in. And the bicep curls, that's just for flavor, boys. That's just for flavor. So let's get into the final movement. Alright, my fellow main characters, we are here at the final movement and we have weighted planks. Ooh, 4 sets of 45 seconds to a minute, bro. Oh my gosh, bro. I don't know why I decided to put this in a routine. Well, I know why I put it in a routine, right? I effectively was trying to emulate that, like, that durability, that strongness of that what Igris has going on in terms of the armor. I kind of want our cores to be strong and stable like Igris's armor, right? That was the logic behind it, bro. But this was just pure torture. I'm not even going to lie to you guys. This was pure torture. I was just trying to hold it together, man. Doing this as a good finisher to finish up the workout, honestly, as a trainer, as a PT person, as a fitness junkie, I recommend it. As a sane human being, maybe not so much, but alright, my fellow characters, so that's the end of the Igris full body workout. Honestly, this was one of the more fun workouts I've done in a while. There's a little bit of pleasure I kind of gained from making a workout on a character that is just imposing, man. There's just something about that overwhelming power and presence that Igris has. Igris is one of those characters that just, at least for me, makes me want to have aura like that in life. But anyways, my fellow main characters, let me know what you guys thought about this workout. If you liked it, then you already know what to do. Hit that like button. If you have different thoughts and opinions you'd like to share, and also suggestions for future characters for me to cover in the future, you know where to put it in. Put it in that comment section and let me know. And always remember, before you go, my fellow main characters, that yes, you are the main character of your own story. My name is Bam. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace!